Innovative.
What's good, y'all? Welcome to Innovative Culture. This is Coolazzcam. You know, the coolest motherfucker on the planet. But today, I plan to dabble into some comedy. We got a real special event put together, man. We want to go around the room, let everybody introduce themselves, and tell everybody what they do, what they're here for.
Yo, as always, I am your favorite comedian, Foolish D, spelled with a PH and an underscore in the middle, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, my name is DJ. Just here because of my boy right here.
My name is Ryan Radusinovic, a.k.a. Ryan Comedian, a.k.a. Ryan the Comedian, Downey's favorite comedian.
My name is Noriega. I go by the Drunken Sailor or the Boyle Heights Psychopath. Whatever you decide, I'm cool with.
Okay.
Hey, so before we jump off, man, I had a rough-ass day, man, and I just got to tell you about this. So I've been working on this deal for like at least a month and ended up buying a car for $300. Like, bullshit you not. Went down to East LA and shit. Caught me like a little $300 whip. Now, when I opened up the hood of the car, it was nothing but leaves, rat shit.
$300 does buy you an engine.
Yeah.
Like it was
a Flintstones car.
It was heavy, man. It was heavy, you know. And then but looking at it, you know, body wise, it looks solid. So looking on the inside, I'm like, oh, the inside must be better. That's probably like the only thing wrong with it, you know, like tags, and then like, you know, they got a whole bunch of shit inside. So I popped the door open. Well, I go to the driver's door and I see it's kind of cracked open. So I'm like, well, that's not a good look, but whatever. They's probably smoking, hotboxing in it and stuff. I do that, you know. You don't lose a car, you gain a hotbox. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So I popped the door open. And when I popped the door open, it's like a whiff of mildew just smacked me in the face. I'm like, bro, they never closed the door. Like some rude motherfuckers, man. Oh, and they didn't even clean the shit up, though. They just like, shit, look, yeah, that's the motor right there. Like, yeah, I had to clean that shit off just before I got it, like before I even jumped the car, jump started and everything. Surprisingly, it started right up.
Oh, it's a Honda, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, it was cool. But the only problem was, like, I later discovered that it has a water pump problem. So it was like pissing on itself at the bottom and stuff. So every
the antifreeze going on.
That's when I was washing the car, man. I opened the gas tank and I seen that. I was horrified. So I had to like wash. I had thoroughly washed the whole entire car, bro. I had to scrub it.
Go back one picture. Why is there handprints? Was somebody fucking on the hood of that car? Like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, everything.
It looked like somebody was fucking on that shit, man.
Nah, I had the family push the car back from where it was at. It was like two old guys and then like a 13-year-old girl and stuff. And like I'm sitting in the car like, come on, y'all can do it. Mush. Like, you know. But yeah, from East LA to Bellflower, it took me like 2.5 hours. They pushed you
from East LA to Bellflower?
No.
They really want to sell it.
Right. They was like, yeah, get rid of this.
That's washed, right?
Yeah, that's after I washed it.
Pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty clean.
That was probably like 2 hours ago, like before, like an hour before we was due to be.
What happened whenever it took you 2.5 hours? How did you end up getting back?
Oh my god! Because
were you able to drive the car?
Like I was able to drive it, but like at because of stick shift, so at 3.5 RPMs, it hits and go wah, 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 like I'm like sitting at a car meet or some shit. So that's when you shift gears and shit, but it don't go fast. I don't know how fast it goes, but I know it ain't too fast. Like the speedometer don't work, which is a good thing because it's stuck at 160,000 miles. So I got a gym. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I got a gym. Okay, that's gonna be the last thing I fix on that car.
But for $300, not a bad deal. Like it looks pretty nice.
Yeah, the inside is cool. Like I said, like
it tops off at 30 miles an hour, but you know you get what you pay for.
Right.
If you would have paid $600, it would have went to 60.
Yeah, it'd have been straight. You know what I'm saying?
That's the ratio.
But yeah, it's a solid little car. Need a little work there, and you know I sideline as a mechanic, so it ain't gonna be no problem. Just
that's a flip right there.
Right, that's what I was thinking. That's what I'm thinking right there. My girl's like, oh, this nigga fucking around with cars again. Like, I can't trust this guy.
Hey, you gotta trust the mechanic though.
Is that your craziest car breaking down story? You just
Nah, that's just one of them.
That's
like
just
the
one
craziest
of them?
One I had.
One?
The craziest one I had was I bought a car for like $150. $250. Another Honda Civic, like it was like an '84 hatchback, where like it was flat in the back. In fifth gear, the fastest it went was like 15 miles an hour.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Oh, you remember? You remember? We nicknamed it Barney.
Yeah, I remember that car.
Damn.
God.
It was multicolor. It had like 7 colors, but the top layer was like a candy painted purple.
Damn.
And then inside the roof had the square suede diamonds.
Oh my God.
What?
Yeah.
No back window.
No back window.
250. It was a legit car for 250.
it was a
When you said
250.
Flintstone car earlier, that was
Yeah,
the
that
legit
was-
Flintstone car right there.
Yeah.
You guys had to get a running start and then jump in that bitch.
Oh,
you had to
my
ghost
God.
ride the whip just
Hey,
to
just
start
to
it.
get in.
Hey.
Put that bitch in neutral. Wait for it to kick off.
Roll it down the hill and jump in.
No, the craziest thing about this story, and this is where like it kind of broke down. Now it broke down on me, and I got it started. But this was like the slowest hit and run in history.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I got caught, but I got through it.
50 miles an hour.
No,
Catch your ass too.
bro, I wasn't even going 15, bro.
That catch you on foot.
Hey, for real, the bike cops is on you.
I was on the side of Bellflower High School, like traveling down McNabb, and there was a big ass school bus parked on the side. And on that 2-lane street, it's like if another car coming, like you gotta kind of stop. So me being how I didn't have no license, no registration, nothing, like no tags, nothing on the car. I'm coming down the street and some dude coming down like speeding out with in a Mustang coming the other way, and I tried to duck out the other way and I like swerved too far over and sideswiped the bus. And when I did, the car shut off.
Oh.
I had to get out. Fuck with the cables to the battery and shit, and then like start that motherfucker. It took me like
You had
3
to hotwire
starts.
your own car.
Yes. Got that motherfucker running. Had the bus driver sitting there like, "Come on, man, I see you." I'm like, "Fuck that, you ain't gonna catch me though," and I drove off.
15 miles an hour.
You didn't get far.
Man, I was probably doing 5 when I pulled off. Like it was a quick little scotch. And that motherfucker sound like a legit dirt bike on everything I love.
Did they take away the car?
Yeah.
Oh
they took
fuck.
that. Yeah, they took
That
that.
just sucks.
Yeah.
It was like,
Cop pulled
this
up.
problem off your hands real quick.
Yeah.
Cop pulled up. I was sanding the car down.
You trying to go Grand Theft Auto on that bitch?
I was in the
New paint job,
driveway
you know
trying
they
to
ain't gonna
sand
never
it
know
down.
me.
Like, I ain't gonna know it's me.
Chop shop that shit.
I don't know it too. Like, I was brave and weird at that. Like at the same time in high school.
Who else got a car story? Who else got a crazy car story?
I got one with my buddy has his uncle's own a couple dealerships right there in East LA, ironically. And my homeboy at 18, he had like a pick of the litter of any car he wanted. So like I remember in 2000 he had like a black Jetta, which was a nice car, and like we were cruising around East LA one time, right there on Cesar Chavez and Evergreen, and right there there's like a hill, and I kept on telling my homeboy, "Hey man, the gas, we're running low on gas. We just stop and gas." And he's like, "Oh, it's fine, man. We're just around the neighborhood. Who gives a damn?" And he kept on like procrastinating, and like right when I tell him the last time, like, "Bro, just pull over and get some gas." Like, dude, we're fine. The car stops and it stalls, and I look at that phone like, dude, I told you to get some freaking gas.
Everybody like, I know my car.
So like this is the first time he's kind of driving. This is the first time I'm kind of driving. So I tell him, all right, fool, I'm gonna get in the back and I'm gonna start pushing it. Just turn it down the hill so we could like park it and then we'll go get some gas. So I get in the back of it and I start pushing it. And as I'm pushing it down the hill, next to me, my homeboy comes out of the car and starts helping me push it. And I turn to him like, motherfucker, who's gonna hit the brake? So this car starts going down the hill. I'm like, this fool actually came out to help me out. And I'm like, so we're pushing this shit down the hill, and I had to buzz like a Mission Impossible, jump in there and like hit the brake like last minute before I hit like a light pole, and I hit my back on the freaking those they had the seat belts that kind of go up when you close the door.
Yeah.
So the seat belt was up. So when I jumped in there, I hit my back and I had like a big giant bruise. And I told my boy like, "Hey, am I hurt? Am I hurt?" I was all scratched up and bleeding. He's like, "Nah, bro, you're fine. I ended up getting gas, but it's the first car story I ever had, like where it broke down, man.
That's crazy, man.
Idiot homeboy, man.
Hey, he got out.
No, he's is an idiot. Like, how do you not know that you're somebody supposed to hit the brake, man? I'm like, damn.
Right. That's crazy.
Wow. That's funny shit. Speaking of Mexicans pushing cars, I broke down in Ensenada.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my fuel line burst and it fucked up, and all my fuel came out. They couldn't fix it. None of the mechanics, the local mechanics. So what they did is I paid for a tow to the border.
Damn.
And you know that the border's like a 4 fucking hour line.
Yeah.
And they're like, I can't take you any farther, amigo. And I'm like, oh shit, what does that mean? He's like, you gotta push a car over the border.
Jeez.
So I had my boy steering, and I pushed my car across the border for like 4 hours. And all the the kids who like juggle and shit and like sell churros, they were all helping me, and I was giving them whatever change I had. But I pushed and pushed, and then they saw me at the border, and they were just like, this fucking idiot, just come on in.
Damn Mexicans coming over with their broken down car. Probably gonna sell them in East LA and shit.
What he called me was $300. The churros, the juggling and selling churros part is what got me right there.
All the little street kids were helping me push the car, and there was like 10 of them, and I was like, you kids are so nice. I don't have much money, but I just gave them whatever I had. And they were cool. They helped me the whole way. They were bored. They didn't have shit to do. Like, here comes this crazy guy pushing a fucking old BMW, like a
plus $1, man. It goes a long way down
right?
there,
They got energy. They're kids.
Yeah.
But then I get it over the border, and I get it to a gas station, and it just so happens one of those ABC buses pulls up, and I'm like, where are you going? And they're like, Huntington Park. I'm like, oh shit, that's close to Downey. I can get a taxi or some shit to Downey, and I get to HP, get in the cab, whatever, leave my car at that gas station, come back the next day, it's been fucking towed. So I just had to say goodbye to that car. That was
Damn, that's crazy.
That was the worst.
What kind of car was it?
It was an old BMW, like 7 Series.
Jesus.
Or like an 80s one that
You
I
got
had.
bad luck with cars, man.
I had horrible
Didn't you blow out your engine on the last one?
Yeah, on this one, the current
Jesus.
one. I have the worst luck with cars, but that was a crazy story because I pushed for 4.5 hours. Only a person in their early 20s could do that shit.
Yeah.
That was a crazy workout. That was leg day and a half. Like, if it wasn't for those kids, I don't know if I would have made it.
I pushed a truck before, but it wasn't for no 4 hours. Like I had an expedition, and I ran out of gas, and like I was dating this tank of the Samoan.
Tank of a woman?
Yeah, tank of a woman of the Samoan.
He said Samoan, fool.
Nah, I ain't got nothing to do with Samoan, bro. I was just fucking around with him. Nah, but I was dating a Samoan girl. She was a big body girl, and like for some reason she didn't want to get out the passenger seat, even though I'm in the back pushing. So it's like I had to steer and push this big ass truck with 2 kids in the back. Like that was like my day where I was like, you know what? I could try out for the Olympics and make it. Like, y'all got me fucked up. I can do this.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't want to burn my homie. He probably not gonna listen to this, but my homie. There's a funny story that I just thought of right now because
It'd be just your lucky dude listen to it. Watch, you don't know somebody.
That's why I can't.
No, he's a religious cat now. My homie back in the days when he was like 21, he used to go down to Figueroa to the track where all the hookers were at.
Oh shit!
And this motherfucker was drunk one time, and he like there was a cop area where there's a bunch of cops just telling people just get the hell out of here. But my homie was horny that day, so he busted like a U-turn, and he came back, and so the cops pulled him over, and my homie had an old WWF belt. Like the fake ones, and
he would wear that when he fucked.
No, he just had it because he didn't fuck around. but he had it. So when the cop pulled him over, they had him on his knees. And they're like, "Why do you have that wrestling belt, sir?" And he was like, just telling him, "It's a wrestling belt, sir. I watch a lot of wrestling." He's all like, "Where do you live?" "I live with my mom, sir." And they're like, "Just get the hell out of here." And he got back in the car and he took off. He said, "After that, I learned my lesson, man."
Always carry a WWF belt with you.
Hey, man. Right. Look pathetic. Cops will let you go, man.
That's funny as fuck, bro. Like
yeah, man.
I need.
He's a born again Christian now, so like he's good now.
He left that life behind him. He don't do that no more.
Yeah, which pisses me off because that fool. I went to so many strip clubs, like spots that were like we did so much dirty shit, and now that fool's like looking down on me, like I changed my. I'm like, fool, shut the hell up, dog.
Sweaty oiled men rubbing each other, slamming each other.
We used to do some crazy shit.
It was just the symbolism of the championship belt. That's what it represented.
I mean,
I don't think it had nothing to do with wrestling.
That's how stupid he looked, though. though that you're still a little kid and you're still down there trying to creep around. Like come on, pick one or the other. You know.
Hey, I got a question. How many people do you think been hit in the face by a wrestling belt?
A lot.
Like
man.
a real
few
one?
hundred.
Yeah, like on TV. Whatever.
No, but that's
Yeah,
pretend. Like they do that shit on purpose.
Man, no, that's real, man. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. I seen motherfuckers bleed, get hit with barbed
Yeah,
wire.
but they go in there with razor blades in their
painful.
tights, bro, so they can cut each other. Like they be planning that shit out.
What you mean going with razor blades in there?
Nah,
Like, yeah, bro, cut me over the eyebrow so I can bleed a little bit.
Yeah, I just did see
cut themselves.
Chris Jericho the other day had a match in a cage, and I saw that fool pull the blade out. I recorded it with my buddy. I was like, oh, come on, look at this, dog. Like he pulled the blade out, cut himself, and then another guy put a ring on and then hit him in the forehead. So it looked like the ring caused the bleeding, but it was the blading. It's called blading in wrestling. Trust me, dog. I'm Mexican. I know a lot about wrestling, bro.
New
Yeah.
Jack, he's like the king of it.
I
New
couldn't
Jack
do it.
Make people bleed
Yeah.
for real.
Well, it's a lot easier because it's a cleaner cut, and it just like Dusty Rhodes used to do it all the time. Ric Flair. That's why Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair had all those scratches on their forehead.
All right.
Yeah.
So I got a question since you know about wrestling and all
Yeah.
that. Mankind, you know.
Oh,
Mick
well-
Foley. Hey, is he real? Because I used to
Well,
see the tax.
Some of
all
the
in
yeah,
his
no,
bag and
that's
all
real.
that. Like,
That's real. Like you can't fake landing on thumbtacks or getting thrown off that cage
yeah,
or
that's the only
like the
person
chair
I can sit
shots.
here when they used to say wrestling fake. I'm
Cactus
like,
Jack.
You can't fake that. Yeah, you can't fake that.
Mankind,
bro.
Yeah.
and that was kind of gross. How he used to have an old sock and he used to pull out his
Yeah.
strap. Like,
But remember
And
before
shove
the
it-
sock, he used to just tape his fingers
Yeah,
together,
he used to have
and
like a
he'd just
black
stick his
thing,
fingers
yeah.
in somebody's throat.
Mandible
Yeah,
claw, man.
he would have washed that hand for weeks, and he would just
Yeah, man.
But then that
Nasty-ass
sock
hand.
became symbolic. You know, that was a part of his gimmick.
Mr.
Yeah,
Socko.
he used to
That's
jerk
the
off
have a
into
nice
that
day
sock.
shit. You didn't know what he did with that sock. When
I got-
he pulled
you
it
know
out.
what?
As soon as he pulled it out, that's what we.
I was-
Oh, no, you got
I went to that Royal
it's all
Rumble.
long and floppy and shit. Like, oh, yeah, we did with that
had
sock.
stains on it, brown.
I went to that Royal Rumble in Anaheim where it was him and The Rock, and The Rock kept on hitting him in the head with a chair, and he had it like he was handcuffed, and like at the end of the match, like his wife was even telling him, "You got to quit this. You can't do this anymore because he took like a bunch of. You can't fake a chair shot. You're 100% right. You're getting hit in the head with
And the
with a
chair got dents in it
Yeah.
and shit.
Oh
And
man,
like,
he had concussions,
getting thrown
man.
through getting thrown
Yeah,
through a
that's
table. Like you see people do it like now, but you actually see how messed up some of these people
Yeah.
really get.
Yeah.
because you see, and then they be like, "Oh, my back, my ribs, and all
Yeah.
of that." And I'm just looking at it like, I don't think.
And
it's
The Rock
okay.
was always this big, strong ass motherfucker. So
Yeah,
I
he was
don't know if I
6'8".
could. Man, and now look how big he. This nigga done mutated since
still
he
big,
left.
right?
Said he fucking mutated like he a Ninja Turtle or
Well,
some shit like that.
You know,
Like,
like,
mutated and grown.
he ended up
extra
getting like
muscles when he
a
left
breast
WWE.
reductions because he's Samoan too. So like he had like pointy titties, but now if you look at it, he's got like a scar. I'm not
I am
fucking
not
around.
looking at the Rock's titties.
He's got no. If you look at when he was young, he had like real like weird
Yeah.
pointy titties, and then like
Yeah.
after you see like two little scars underneath his boobs, and he had that shit like flattened so he could get like a buffer chest.
Oh,
So
I
he's
didn't
not
know that.
shaped like a regular Samoan no more.
Yeah.
That's a new wave.
No, because
That's
like
crazy.
look at Rikishi. Rikishi just cut. A lot of the Samoan wrestlers, I don't know, they don't get like a big chest, man.
So men getting breast reductions for man boobs. That's.
I mean, he
that's a
did
new
it for
thing.
Hollywood. He's the #1 star in Hollywood right now. So hey,
if I was gonna be showing my chest, I'd do it. Fuck
yeah.
it.
All right, give me some new
You'll
nipples.
get a
too.
breast.
Give me some
Wait, you'll
swallow.
get a male breast reduction?
If that means like being a
Multi-million-dollar contracts, yeah.
being sexy out here for these bitches, yeah, let's go
Yeah.
for it. I mean, my girl's gonna reap the benefits more than anything, but I mean, shit, like
And what y'all gotta understand too is like The Rock got his own production company, so he's putting out films under his own company.
Yeah, that's-
see,
But it's also
titties-
but
those
He
tits pay
learns
the
something
bills.
new every day.
But-
I didn't know he had a production company.
yeah, he
You
invested
also
in
gotta-
himself though. Like the working
See?
out, it's all for like the movies and like it's an investment. Him working out.
Right.
If you see his workouts on Instagram, I'm like I couldn't do that. Like even what Marky Mark does. Marky Mark put his routine up there.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that, and I gave them props. I was like, hey, good for you. That's why like even with strippers, a lot of strippers that stay in shape. It's hard work to stay in shape. That's
I
why
like
a
where
lot
this is
a lot
going.
of haters.
Leg work.
No,
No, that's
I got a
leg
homegirl. I got a homegirl who's a
Leg
stripper.
work.
She has 2 kids, has a great body, and a lot of girls hate on her. And I'm like, why are you hating on her? It takes a lot of effort to eat healthy, to go to the gym and work out, and keep that figure. And now, like the older I get, I'm like, respect to them, respect to the old, especially older women too that keep a good shape. I'm like, damn.
right, right.
It's true.
But I mean, this is the sad part about everything in life. Everything that you do, if you're going to be like a comic, a movie star or something, you have to have some type of sex appeal. And that's how I see it. No, that's how I
don't
see
know,
it.
for comedy.
I mean, not really for comedy, but if you're gonna be doing
Adam
like
Sandler.
shows or be in there like in the
TV,
public's face and shit,
movies.
yeah, they're not gonna take no.
You
they,
gotta
like,
be
9 times out
easy
of
on the
10
eyes.
Right, 9
I
times
don't
out of
know,
10 they
man.
gonna take no potato shaped fat guy.
Danny Trejo is the ugliest looking Mexican in the fucking world, and that motherfucker got a coffee shop or no, a donut shop, a taco shop, and he's like the #1 actor in.
And he has a
Mexico.
rehab too.
Again,
got-
no, I give
He
that
has
full
a
props for
woman-
that. Yeah,
he
yeah,
has a
yeah.
woman- he has a
actually-
woman's rehab.
Yeah, he actually he was locked
shit.
up because of drugs, and he actually came out and wanted to help his community, which I gave that full props for. He's a good guy, but again, why would you put Danny Trejo as the face of your taco shop, man? Like, who the fuck would want to do that?
A drunk person.
I'm just
But
saying.
no, I mean,
But hey,
like
if
just
you-
because it's his name, like when
But-
you see his face, you don't think of his
all right,
name.
all right,
He
all
look
right,
like
all right,
the-
all right.
the
Let me
scary-
tell you something. Let me tell you
all the
something.
Dust Till Dawns and shit.
Okay, so what about this? Salma Hayek tacos. Wouldn't that like
If you
turn you
had
on
her
more?
booty,
Some
Yeah, when you
Hawaiian
said
tacos.
sex appeal.
Salma Hayek tacos instead of Trejo's tacos. Salma Hayek tacos. Wouldn't
Yeah.
that like
That sounds good,
lesbians
too.
alone would be fucking lining out that motherfucker? I'm just saying.
But I feel where you're going with
I
that
don't know what
because
that
he
mean,
said
but it
sex
sound
appeal,
good.
right?
Right.
So,
Salma Hayek's taco.
when you thinking, all right, he said from dusk till dawn and all of that.
said-
Like it's
I remember renting that VHS.
How much sex appeal? Yeah, exactly. That's sex appeal that reached to everybody, like not just
Not
men.
Danny
and-
Trejo though.
No, not him, but you gonna remember him from his lines that was in the
Yeah.
movie, like the most memorable.
I remember him from
lines.
Machete.
Machete don't text.
See,
Yeah.
See, but I'm just saying, like,
Still.
you can't just be like, with the exception of Bert Kreischer, like that is one motherfucker that is like one fat man that ain't afraid to show it. Like I want to be able to do some shit like
Will
that.
Ferrell does it. Like there's a lot of people that.
That'll take their shirt off and do a whole skit, like do a whole special.
You won't catch me doing that. The Preacher Lawson does it too, and he's ripped, so I guess
Yeah.
that's okay.
And then look at Rikishi. Rikishi, remember Rikishi used to show his fucking ass when he wrestled.
That's fucked out
And
with
he
the
said,
dimples
and he
and
said,
shit.
no, but he said, like, I got kids to feed. I don't give a fuck if they make fun of me.
Right.
Once that shit comes around and you got kids to feed, you're like, I don't care if they make fun of me. Like, I'm still making
He was
money.
thinking-
and he
His
turned
ass
it
in
into a
people's
gimmick
face.
and made everybody kiss his ass.
Yeah.
Right.
Not kiss his ass, kiss in
Stink
between
face,
his
the stink
ass.
face.
That's the worst
Where he
part
pulled the
about
trunks up.
I don't care if
Give himself a wedgie just to,
if I had to fight Rikishi and you plan on doing that to me, motherfucker, you better wash your ass the night before, the night of, like when you wake up the morning, and then when you
Nigga,
walk
no.
into the gym, take another
Nah,
shower.
you gotta shower at the arena, bro.
No, you got
Yeah, like at the arena, when you get to the arena, like I need a
wanna
clean
see
ass. Like
water
you are
drop.
not gonna
No.
be dropping your fucking Samoan ding bell shits in my face. Like you got me fucked up.
Like that was his
Nigga.
finishing move, bro. Like that was the shit that he took you out with.
Yeah,
you gonna
man.
disappear between that motherfucker ass.
I come back with a whole ass brown nose and shit. Like I put like tanning lotion on my face except for my nose and shit. Like hell
Now think
no.
about it.
Got me fucked up.
Think how long Vince McMahon was trying to get Stone Cold Steve Austin to kiss his ass, but Rikishi out here just
Yeah.
doing it openly in every match.
But again, yeah.
That's real.
Because I think
That's
there was,
real.
and even there was a couple wrestlers that did kiss Vince McMahon's ass. Now that I think about it, like Bradshaw, like a lot of wrestlers I never thought would do it.
They wanted to keep their job.
Yeah. Well, the thing I give a props to McMahon too. He'll do anything and everything, and whatever he asks the wrestlers to do, he'll do it. So if it's embarrassing, he's like, look, I'll do this if you don't want to do it. And that's why I give that fool props, because he's done a lot of crazy shit too, man. McMahon's a psychopath, but that fool is a great businessman.
He
dog.
got his ass whooped in the hospital.
Yeah, that fool, yeah, remember that with Stone Cold?
Remember that? Yeah.
And then he got Stinkface too. He got his. He's the owner of the company, and I think The Rock shoved his head into Rikishi's ass.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm
I
like, if
remember
that
that.
was willing
He
to
did
do that, you got to be able to do it too. You know. I don't know
Yeah,
if
but
I would.
I mean, shit. I mean, he was trying to boost ratings. He was
Right.
trying to keep everybody
Yeah.
interested. So, like you said, like when it boils down to it,
Yeah.
you're gonna do whatever you have to do.
Have you seen some of the shit now though? Because WWE got bought by the Peacock Network.
I saw that.
And the Peacock Network
that,
started
NBC?
they started like taking a lot of stuff
NBC.
off.
NBC bought him.
WWE had a retarded wrestler. I don't know if you guys remember Eugene.
Yeah, I
He's the
remember
one
you.
like, hey,
I
you
remember
guys.
Eugene.
And yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had a retarded wrestler. I mean, I go back and me and my buddy got the network, so we watch a lot of the old stuff, and we're like, damn, I don't know if they'd be able to do this. There was two wrestlers, Mexican wrestlers, that would come out in lawnmowers.
What the?
There was,
fuck?
I'm not.
Hey,
There,
wait a minute, bro.
there was-
That's so racist.
right.
Why would
Oh,
they fucking do
no.
some shit
You
like
don't remember when McMahon said the N-word?
Yeah,
You guys remember that?
I just saw a
He
video.
came
of that.
out, he saw John Cena, and he said, "What's up?" He said it, and then Booker T was there. He's like, "Tell me he did not just say that."
Oh yeah, because that was Booker T shit at the time.
Right.
That's
But
what
yeah,
he was
and he
pushing.
said it in front of Cena and Booker T, and I was like, damn. I think there was one episode where John Bradshaw Layfield was playing like a Texan, and he goes to the border, and he's kicking all these illegal
I
immigrants
saw that
back.
one,
And
yeah.
but see, the thing about wrestling is that's
Bradshaw.
funny. You gotta get people to hate you, or you gotta get people to love you.
Yeah.
And I got it. My dad told me as a little kid, like, this is fake. It's all show. Don't take it to heart. But there's some people in the South. I met a lot of rednecks in the South that kind of like believe it's real. But I'm like, dog, it's just a show, bro.
I ain't gonna lie.
Especially now.
I believed it. I ain't gonna say
It makes it
lie.
more
I
fun.
Believe
No,
it until that
yeah.
Fox special came out and ruined it for me. I remember that shit. I was like, what? It's
Captain Lou
work?
Albano.
That dude snitched the whole game out. Like he
it was
ruined
just
wrestling
like,
for
I don't give a
millions
fuck.
of
Like
kids.
that shit will always be real to me because that was something like that I enjoyed as a kid. Like at that magical moment, just watching TV,
You-
like whatever was going
It's
on.
ballet.
At home,
It's
didn't
ballet
matter.
for men. I say that it's ballet for men, and it's good stories. When The Rock would do
It's
his
a soap
promos,
opera.
yeah.
It's a soap opera with entertainment.
And when
Right.
The Rock would do his
Fighting.
promos,
Well, a
I'm
little
like,
bit of
damn,
violence.
yeah, and it's fun, man.
And that's
Especially
what men like.
You had
so-
the battles between like little groups, you know.
Yeah.
You had
Right.
tag teams breaking up because you know the manager or whatever left or
Yeah,
some shit.
man.
It was just all a storyline. You was sitting on the edge of your seat. You wanted to see what's gonna happen.
And
next
again,
week.
like McMahon's idea is, I don't want people to, when you go out there, to be quiet. They either gotta love you or they gotta hate you. If there's quiet, I hate that. So the bad guys gotta be super bad. The good guys gotta be super good.
Yeah.
So that's why you gotta do like random. There was a wrestler. I don't know if you guys know, New Jack.
I remember New
You remember
Jack.
that? There was he was when he was in Tennessee. There was a lot of KK Clans members that would go, and he did a promo where he says, "OJ, keep up the good work." And like there was Clan members that wanted to kill this guy, but he said, "Dude, I know how to draw heat." I don't. He would say some of the most jacked up things ever. Like you should watch his documentary on
I saw
Dark
it,
Side of the Ring.
yeah.
It's pretty
On
funny,
Vice
man.
or some-
He was funny as
Yeah,
hell
it's out
though,
there.
man.
It's crazy.
Some
I
of the
think he did a
stories
Vlad
he
TV
killed the
interview.
guy.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he talk about a lot of that shit on there.
He was funny though, man. ECW was fun, man. anyways, I don't want to talk too much about wrestling because that's what I like.
Like I know it's probably not as popular as it was in our day.
Nah, it sucks
it's
now.
dead.
It fell off.
They had to
and
water it down.
You know, the new generation, they're not into the same thing.
It's more like
What are kids into
stuntmen
these
versus
years?
stuntmen, I believe, and like it's like kind of choreographed.
Yeah. But I think it goes in cycles. Like right now, because everybody's like so PC that they're afraid to go back to that. But I guarantee in a couple
Attitude
years,
Era.
we're burning it out where people it's gonna go back to it.
And the
Like,
Attitude
that's
Era
true.
was really like our generation
Yeah,
watching.
that was
You know,
Yeah.
it's like the 90s, the early 2000s, you know, and then at that point, that's when that Attitude Era ended, and they went to, what did they call it? The Ruthless Aggression.
Oh,
era?
Ruthless Aggression was still good though, man.
But-
They had some
but-
good wrestling though,
But
man.
that was the start of the watering down.
But see, I
beginning
don't
of the
think
end.
so. I think it was just different because, like I said, it goes in cycles. The Ruthless Aggression era was, I think, it was better wrestling, and the storylines were still solid. Eddie Guerrero, Brock Lesnar, Booker T.
But what
Rey
we didn't
Mysterio.
have,
Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio.
what we
Hey, look,
didn't
look,
have though, that made it so much better.
I like
NXT, that's
Stone
when
Cold,
I
but
feel
Rey
like the
Mysterio's
NXT started
moves
to
was
get
fucking off
watered
the
down.
chains. Rey Mysterio had the best moves, especially the way
He
he
was the most
like slide all over.
acrobatic.
Yeah, the way he just flipping like slide all over people and shit.
But where did Rey Mysterio come from?
I have no
TJ.
fucking idea.
WCW.
No, well, Tijuana, Triple A.
No, but we talking about
Yeah.
televised matches.
Yeah.
So the Monday Night Wars is
Yeah.
what made it interesting for
Yes.
us. That's what made it big for our
He-
generation.
he had
Because
a-
I'm flipping channels.
Yeah,
the Monday Night Wars
same
were
here.
the
Yeah,
shit.
same here.
I'm like, oh, this shit trash right now. They doing some good shit. I
But
don't
see,
wanna watch
that's why WCW was smart, because WCW, they invested, like the first hour was all wrestling. So even Jericho, Chris Benoit, a lot of those lightweights that weren't popular, they were like, all right, we're gonna give you good matches for the first half of the hour. Rey Mysterio and freaking Eddie Guerrero had a match at Halloween Havoc,
Yep.
where when they like Nash and all these guys saw Rey Mysterio, they were laughing at him. After he came back to the locker room, they were all applauding. They were like, damn, we never seen anything like that. It was amazing. And it kind of opened the door for smaller guys because before, like McMahon and WCW, they just like big dudes that couldn't wrestle.
They started getting worked into the storylines.
Right, and when Eddie Guerrero beat Brock Lesnar, I was like happy because I'm like, damn, there's a short little Mexican that actually won the belt. Like I was happy.
He's been
Doing a
skilled like
flying-
all over the world,
Again,
Japan,
exactly.
fucking all that shit.
But that's when it changed from you don't have to be a big guy, you could be a small guy. I'm
so
sorry
you get
if
the
I'm-
little dudes
I know
like
that's like it's good for us because I was like maybe I could be a wrestler
Yeah,
someday.
it
I'll
is.
just get on
Same thing
steroids
with Rey
and-
Mysterio.
and
That's
if
why
my
a lot of
comedy
little
doesn't
kids like
work
Rey
out-
Mysterio because he's a short dude, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gave me
his
hope
son is
as
in
a
the game
kid.
now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, his
Son's
son.
wrestling now.
Whatever happened to him? Because I saw less and
He
less
still
and less
comes
of
out.
him.
He-
After they
still
dis-
do.
I think after like I saw after they took his mask off, he stopped.
No, he took his
They
mask on
took his-
WCW.
Nah, I didn't ever see it. I thought.
Yeah,
I think he's
no,
still
he
wrestling.
tore his ACL and he went to go get like some surgery down in like Brazil where
You gotta
it's
remember,
legal.
dude's older now.
And now he's back. And now they have him on a WWE Legends contract. So if you're on a Legends contract, you could do roids because you're not employed by the company like full time. Yeah, it's a loophole that my homie was telling me
I
about.
don't think Chris Benoit
That's
after the
nuts.
Chris Benoit situation.
Well, see, that's why you can't be
I don't
full. You
think
can't be
he-
full time employed. But if you're a legend, you're only there on certain matches. You're not a full time employee, so
You
they
only
can't
show
drug
up-
test you.
Yeah, you had a pay-per-view
McMahon's
or a
smart,
special event.
dog.
He's
Man,
like,
he's a smart
I'm
dude.
gonna check your ass.
But is that the same contract that Goldberg got right now?
Yeah, Goldberg has it.
So he could do roids right now.
Brock
Figured it out.
Lesnar has it. That's why you
That's
see the
not
legends.
fair.
They're not on every Raw. They only come out on pay-per-views or they only talk. They can't wrestle. So that's why the legends contract lets you do that.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's why look
That's
at
funny in
Mysterio.
itself.
Look at
that's
Mysterio
funny.
now. Mysterio's
Yeah,
buff
he's
as hell.
jacked.
Yeah.
If you look at Mysterio, he looks yoked
He ain't
out.
he's bigger than Eddie Guerrero was at
Right.
his peak.
Yeah, that's why I trip out. I'm like, holy shit! And then that thing that he got on his knee, it's like it has like the dudes. I think Kobe got it in Germany after he tore his Achilles or something. But it's not allowed in the United States, and it's allowed somewhere else. But if you're gonna compete in the U.S.,
stem cells or
yeah,
some
it's like a
shit?
stem cell thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
Damn.
trip, man. It's a trip.
I mean, like you said, at the end of the day, you're gonna do whatever you got to do to stay in the game.
Yeah,
Keep going.
gotta get paid, man.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of getting paid, what's up with Bill Gates' wife?
Oh, shit.
Getting
man.
paid the most.
Shit.
Is it true that she really sent him like we're getting a divorce through like text on his iPhone?
Okay, but do you know?
No,
Do you
it's
know?
He's like, I don't fuck with
listen.
Windows anymore.
Do you know that this happened? This happened 2 years ago. It was 2019 when they first agreed to have the divorce.
Oh,
Oh, wow, this was
So
I just saw it in the
negotiation.
news like 2 days ago, bro.
a hostage exchange.
That's
I
crazy.
mean,
But think about COVID and everything happening, right? Like there
Yeah.
was a whole thing that needed to get played out, so their timeline moved a little bit slower than what they
Everybody else.
planned.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
What?
What?
Damn, that's
see, but this
his
is.
net worth though.
Did she
Yeah.
really?
Is she getting half? Is
Pump.
that how this works?
And they probably had a whole year to plan
she
it out.
probably getting 3/4 like everybody else.
That's bullshit.
Nah, he got her digital currency, like she said.
She said forever.
I heard something
and
about
ever.
35 bill.
It don't
35
even
billion.
matter.
Dang.
But
But
it
I
don't
think
even
that's
matter,
coming
like-
in digital currency.
Still.
Still,
So I'm
digital currency. I think digital currency like actually doubles to BG.
well, depending on what it is, because all that's just going crazy right now. Everybody talking about the digital currency, and that's something that Bill Gates is real big in.
And I
Oh,
can't.
man, I'm
you can't
investing.
Like
Fuck
honestly,
it.
I don't know
I
anything about
got
that
a couple.
shit.
like honestly,
I'm
like,
gonna keep buying scratchers. Fuck that.
Hey, when paper
Can I
money
win
is
some
fell
digital
out-
currency off the scratchers?
Because
Right.
like the thing is like with the whole little Dogecoin thing, he made that. Who was it? Elon Musk made that as a joke. He even said it. He
Yeah.
made it as a joke. And he was like, it would be crazy if it started to come. It would actually replace the real dollar. And I was just like, damn. That's crazy, and so many people are really have like flipped a lot of money off of this little Dogecoin.
Well, they even got like baseball cards now that you could only check them out like digitally. I was hearing this on the radio.
NFTs,
Yeah,
yeah,
NFTs.
NFTs.
And I'm like,
Crazy.
I don't like this. Like it's not something you could hold. It's something that's digital. Like
Oh, that's the new wave. Is all
What?
digital. They're having digital graveyards now, where you could buy like a plot in a digital graveyard, and then it's like all the stuff from your cloud gets uploaded to that, and that's how your ancestors. I mean, that's how
I don't
your
want no sex videos coming up on the cloud.
your dick pics. and
They gonna have all your DMs.
have all your DM, right?
Everything.
Hey girl, you like this dick?
Every reaction you ever made to any post, like all that
Grandkids
is
are
gonna be
be
like,
like, damn, my granddad was a piece of shit.
Oh damn!
This
I gotta
motherfucker-
go
Well,
back
no,
and
all right.
do
You
some
say
deleting off of Twitter.
you're trying to say your granddad was a piece of shit, but
No,
nah,
I'm saying,
no
like,
matter
if-
how much you delete that shit, bro, that shit stored in the cloud. It's not
Nigga,
going
You
nowhere.
can't take it off. Look, if you post
Vanish
it,
mode, none of that
it's-
shit work for you.
Really?
It's never going away.
damn.
You can
So,
download a
like,
whole
dick on the
file of
internet,
everything
your
you've
dick
ever
on the
sent.
Yeah, you're
Damn.
They give you the option to do that now.
Goddamn.
They said what?
They give you the option to go into the app, either Facebook, Instagram, all of that, and you can download your
See?
whole history of when you created your account all the way up until today.
This is why I don't like technology. Man. This is why I don't like
Plus the
technology.
reset button.
I downloaded my Facebook history just so I can go back and see, like, damn, this was me in
But see,
2006, bro.
this is
Like for MySpace.
this is what I trip out with this
I
generation.
don't know about that one.
This
It's
generation
MySpace
keeps
history.
taking pictures and doing all this shit. Imagine if our grandparents had this technology. Like, would they be videos of your grandma out there like shaking her titties and shit, or like,
Who
you know,
knows?
doing some
Right.
ratchet shit? We don't know because they didn't have the
All right,
technology.
I'd rather not.
But that's what I'm saying.
I don't want to
though.
disrespect nobody, right?
We
But I'm
got-
gonna say, look, we got videos of like the Freak Nick and shit like that,
Right.
and
Those
that's
are
somebody
somebody's
grandma.
Exactly.
That's somebody
this
people.
point,
That's
yeah.
somebody mama,
At
somebody
this
grandma
point,
right there.
yeah.
Girls Gone
That's what I'm
Wild.
saying.
Yeah, Girls Gone Wild. That was a whole collection. So she had grandkids.
Exactly.
One of them girls in there had grandkids somewhere.
I actually saw one of my teachers on one of the Girls Gone Wild. When I was young, because like when I was younger, I'm not gonna say her name.
Spill them beans. I want to look her up.
Right, let's get that yearbook out.
Nah, because I
What that hoe look like?
I bullshit you not. Found the DVD. I'm not saying where I found the DVD, but I found the DVD.
What's the name
At
of
an
the
adult
DVD?
It
video
was the one of
store.
the Girls Gone Wild.
Oh,
it was one of
shit.
the Girls Gone Wild. I know
Which
it was
number?
in New Orleans.
Which
He said which number?
I know it was in New
Which
Orleans
volume?
because they were throwing the beat.
Yeah.
So I was looking through there and I looked. I was
Oh, it
just
was a
like,
Mardi Gras
hold on.
edition.
Man, I was in downtown LA throwing beats, so it could have been anywhere, man.
I'm looking at it. I'm just like, wait. This really looked like my teacher from back in middle school. And I rewinded and flash. I rewinded it again. Flash.
Beat off.
I rewinded again. Flash.
This nigga rewinded
Yeah,
titties.
till he finished.
What you mean? Hey, if you would have saw this teacher, you would have.
Like, oh.
But see, the thing about the Bill Gates thing, man, the thing that pisses me off, because I go back to the Paul McCartney thing. One of the Beatles got married for 1 year. He was married for 1 year with this chick, got divorced in a year, and she took half of $500 million.
Damn.
Was she writing any of those fucking Beatles songs? Was she doing any of the work that he was doing for 1 year? Being married. That's why I don't like this women don't get right. Dude, women get a lot of shit in this country that a lot of people don't take for granted.
Oh, yeah.
And then even with prenups, they still get a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
I think Jim Carrey's baby mama took him to court because she was getting like $30,000 on child support, and she told the judge it wasn't enough, and the judge was like, no, you're being greedy. There's people here that are getting $800, and the judge lowered it, and it's like $30,000 for even who's a homeboy? Hello.
Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie.
Hello.
Everybody knows. Well,
all you gotta do is say hello.
his ex wanted like 10 G's for hair removal a month. 10 G's just for hair removal. I'm like, how hairy is this bitch that she needs $10,000 for hair removal a
How
month?
fast does your hair grow?
I think she was Armenian or something, so I don't know.
She needs it twice a day, every day.
But I'm just saying, man, like these laws protect women and they don't protect the dude.
Yeah, because I did hear that. What was it? I think she went. Dr. Dre's wife. She wanted like some extra shit for what was it? Herself. She wanted some extra shit for like her cell phone bill, and I was just like, "Hold the fuck up! How many cell phones you got?
I got Cricket Wireless down the street, $40.
How many side dudes does she have?
Look, I got T-Mobile right now. They come on now.
But this is what I don't
you need
understand.
bands
Like,
for it?
why do females need $30,000 a month?
It's
They want to maintain that lifestyle.
it's not just that though, but
They've been in that lifestyle, so that like I really like this is my honest
Then get a
opinion.
fucking job. Get a
See,
fucking job.
it's
in
a
the
lot
industry.
easier.
But
man.
that job's not gonna maintain
Hey,
that
man.
lifestyle if they've been sitting here buying Gucci and Louis Vuitton and all that.
But it ain't my. But this is how I see it. It ain't my fault. Like I'm out here grinding, working, and trying to make it.
100%.
Trying to make it. You sitting on your ass spending the money. Why in the fuck you divorcing me? Why in the fuck do you need to maintain that lifestyle? You the one that's
Exactly.
leaving me, bitch. Like
Exactly.
bye. You can take. I mean, by all means, I can understand leaving the house with whatever is yours.
Hey, but
all right,
D,
cool.
D,
Not a problem.
She don't give a fuck about you trying to make it.
I
She give a
know
fuck
she
about that
does.
Gucci and all that
She
shit.
trying to make
That's-
it.
Yeah, because she trying to survive.
That's why I stay
Nah,
broke.
she
I
not
stay
trying to-
broke on purpose, man. Me, my ass ain't shit.
Put it in my mom's name.
I'm not even
don't
gonna
know
give you that
anything.
perception that I got all that shit.
I ain't got
real.
nothing. I'm gonna tell you this right there. They be like, I ain't got nothing.
It also decentivizes you to work hard. Like, why would I want to bust my ass and make a lot of money if I get married and she could take half my shit? Like, it doesn't. It kind of decentivizes you a little bit in a way.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, 'cause, like,
at the same time, it also fucks up my program too. Because if I'm trying to make it and I have set goals to like, all right, I made like 1 billion. This is where I want to stop. Now I want to just sit at home, scratch my nuts, watch my 100-inch TV, play video games off that bitch, whatever. Like that's my goals and aspirations because that's what I worked for. You know what I'm saying? I did everything that I could. Woo. But now before I can get to that goal, you want to leave me and take half of that, which means I got to keep on working and double what I'm doing just so I can support you like another fucking ass kid. And fucking support my shit like it ain't gonna come together. Like it's added stress on the average everyday male. That's all I'm saying.
100%.
Like honestly,
Ladies,
never,
females, please don't kill me. Please come to my shows. I love each and every one of y'all. I'm just trying to
We
prove
never
a point one time. It'll never
Said,
happen.
I'm not talking about the ones that support me. I'm just talking about the ones, the ones that be on that foul shit. So, y'all still come to the show.
Yeah, just come to the show.
love you.
I've been drinking a couple of Bud Lights. It got to me. All this water, it got to me. I'm usually drinking Kool-Aid about this time. So please forgive me, y'all.
With extra sugar.
With extra sugar. Man, that's the only way. You know what I'm saying? Extra sugar, shoot the ice, and then, grill up a hot link because I don't want that boiled shit. For real.
He's not asking for much. Come on.
That's what I'm saying. Is that box empty?
Cut the holes in the
We
hot
tore-
link.
oh yeah, we tore up that box. Good job, everybody. I appreciate everybody in the background and shit.
When I was a kid, remember the OJ trial?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, me and my dad were watching the OJ trial. My dad's like rooting for OJ to get off. My dad's like, yes, the juice must be loose. And I'm like, I was like, Dad, why
use that now.
but I was like, Dad, why are you rooting for OJ? He's all like, OJ is fighting for men's rights everywhere. And I'm like, how do you figure? He's all like, if your mother ever left me, started spending half of my money with a fucking waiter, I'd cut her head off too. And I was like, Dad, I looked at my mom, and my mom was like, I agree with your father. Your father has a point. I'm like, Mom, have some self-respect, But I'm 38 now, and I'm glad OJ got off too now, man.
Hey, look, I remember I was in the second grade when that trial was going on, right? So we was watching that shit in class. My teacher would put that shit on to where we could watch it.
You're watching it too.
Shout out to LA Unified School.
Yeah. What high school did you go to?
Nah, this was elementary, bro. Second grade.
What school was it though?
It was Lillian Street.
Oh, they just all right.
Yeah, Holmes and Randolph.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
No, me neither.
Bellflower High though.
Okay.
Anyway, so I remember in the second grade, I'm sitting up, I'm watching this shit in the classroom full of kids, and we all, and I'm thinking like, are we supposed to be doing this shit? Like, ain't we supposed to be doing some work? But I think my teacher wanted that shit to fucking go down just as much as everybody else. Like, man, I hope he get away. And that's what really started my push for him. Like, my vote was down. Every day I was asking, can we watch the chase? Are they still chasing them?
Hey, I'm gonna say some real shit one time. Every time it's some type of situation like that comes up, like O.J. Simpson child, even the Derek,
Sheldon?
the Sheldon. All right, the Derek. I was gonna call him Derek. I killed the nigga trial. But every time that happens, they change the law. They change it, and it's not towards whoever. It's like not in favor of of the minorities.
Right.
Is what I'm saying. Because like back in the day before that OJ shit, it was okay to slap the shit out your bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
OJ
it
had to
wasn't
take it too
okay,
far
bro.
and go-
I wouldn't say it was okay.
My
but
dad calls it. My
you're
dad.
not getting pimping and pandering.
My dad calls it the good old days. My dad calls it the good old days.
good old days.
OJ's son did it for the record. That's the word on the street. Just gonna throw that out there.
That's why they
I'm
had the
just
same
saying.
DNA.
It runs in the family. You know
even
who
the-
my daddy is.
The same thing with
Juice will stay loose.
the R. Kelly thing. I watched the R. Kelly documentary a while back,
Shit.
And R. Kelly was 27 when he married Aaliyah, who was 15. And my dad was watching. He's like, "That's the same age me and your mom were when we got married. What the fuck's wrong with that?" Nah, I'm just fucking with you. No, but my dad is a lot older. But my dad used to tell me that back in the 70s, there was no laws against 18 and over. It was like, if
There was no statutory.
right, there was no
laws.
statutory laws.
Oh,
The
no,
reason
yeah.
that came into fruition was like in the 80s, there was a lot of single young girls that were being left by like dudes that were married, and they were getting like fucking around the side. So to try to prevent them from like getting pregnant at a young age, they created that law that you have to be 18 and over. So like my dad still defends that shit. Like, no, that's bullshit. That's bull. I'm like, dude, it's still creepy though if you think about it. But he's like, no, when a girl bleeds, she's ready to like fuck. And I'm like, nah.
Do you got any sisters?
I'm just fucking around.
I was gonna say, because if you got to think, if your dad never had no girls, then he probably
Yeah,
wouldn't
nah.
think like that, you know?
No, I just fuck around. I put it on him just to fucking make it funny.
Yeah, but once you have a daughter, man, it's like, hell no,
Yeah.
motherfucker, get your ass.
Yeah.
You know, you putting out the shotgun on them motherfuckers and
That's
shit.
real.
Nah,
That's real, because that's what I'm doing now. I got like a fucking 11-year-old turning 12 this year.
Yeah.
Every man without a daughter feels like
Nah.
that, you know? Like, yeah.
And I feel
She look good, why not?
in the South though, they don't have that law. It's like it's a weird law where it's like if you're 2 years
Romeo.
older, even though you guys are underage, like it's different in every state. I trip out on that.
Yeah, I heard like
Yeah.
Georgia, like it's 16 or so, 15
Yeah.
or something like that.
The-
It's a lower age,
Where
but it
if-
is a minimum
if the
age.
guy's 18, the girl could be 16 or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
In Texas, if you, I don't know if it's in Texas. I'm not going. Don't quote me on it now. But I heard that they had some shit called Romeo and Juliet. Well, if like
Do the families kill each other at the end?
like, what the fuck going
Nah,
on here?
so
They got the
basically, if-
Rapunzel rule too.
if you,
Sleeping Beauty charge.
if you have the what is it?
Consent?
The consent
of the father,
the consent
yeah.
of the father or the mother and shit like that. Like you could still date somebody who's underage.
Well, I
And
think
that's
they
just
still
like-
have that here in California. Like if the parents don't care, like
Yeah,
if the
that
parents
actor
don't care
from
yeah.
Armageddon married some chick who was like 16, and this guy was like 40. He was like, "What? The
Well,
fuck
even-
is
even
this?
though-
I mean, that's
It
called
was
not calling the
trippy as fuck.
police.
The parents
That's-
didn't give a fuck. They're like, he's rich. He was in Armageddon with Bruce Willis. We like this
Jer-
guy.
Jerry-
That's our favorite movie.
Jerry Lee
Yeah, of
Lewis.
course you
No,
can fuck-
no, but Jerry
Jerry-
Buss, the owner of the Lakers, before he died, he was dating like an 18-year-old from Los Altos, and he was already like 70 something. I mean, it's still
All right,
kind of
so,
creepy.
So what kind of relationship?
But he's
you
within
think
the
they
laws
got?
because
No, no,
Right, so
no,
that's
no, no,
legal?
no.
That's legal?
Let me break this. So,
Nelly
so,
had a line driving him out of high school straight into the pros. I mean, come on, it's
Yeah.
Straight to
And the
the
parents
That's
kind of
a-
saw.
driving him out of high school straight into the pros.
What does he mean by that?
Hey, that was Nelly like a motherfucker.
That wasn't even that far that long ago and shit.
You just dated yourself though, Doc Nelly.
No, but I'm saying that,
You
that
dated
line,
yourself.
like, in
Damn.
2004,
Nah,
it was
I knew
still
that reference, I ain't gonna lie.
statutory rape didn't go out of style until the grooming thing became a
Hey,
thing.
pimping
Not
ain't.
that it
Ice
ever
T said
was.
pimping
I
ain't easy.
didn't
Dog. I'm
know
gonna
that.
date myself.
Man, for real.
Bruh. Hey,
Hey, I'm jealous that you could shave all your facial hair and shit, and nobody in this room will say anything like, "Oh, you look like a pervert," or "You look like." If I do it, motherfuckers be like, "Chester the molester,
I
watch
look
out!"
old as fuck already. That's
fuck?
why
Get
they're
the
like,
fuck
you
outta
look
here.
like a young ass old man. Like, and then they find out I'm an old ass young man. Like, ah, shit.
honestly, bro, look, you look like you own a
young
couple
old man.
businesses. Like you look
Right.
like you walk up on some real professional shit, but then you
Yeah.
start telling jokes
You
to
need-
somebody
you need-
and
you
they
need-
don't know how to
Yeah,
take it.
like-
Like,
You need somebody to
you look
defend
like-
you in court? Call Ryan.
You
I
look
look
like
like
you
a
did
pawn
for
shop.
you look like you did 4 years in the presidential
Right.
office.
At least y'all can grow facial hair. Shit. I'm
He
30
look like he's
years
ready
old,
for
I
a
can
cigar right
smoke,
now.
so I can
Like,
grow.
you know, where's my scotch? I'm tired of this
I
shit.
just started letting my shit grow, and I look like a home. I'm trying to look as homeless as
man.
I can, man.
This guy.
No, I'm trying to see if I can look homeless and still get some at the bar. Like if that would be like the ultimate test of game. Like,
but you gotta walk in dressed like you
no,
homeless
hey, no,
too, though.
no,
What
I don't
time
dress-
That'll
reference?
save
So
you a
you
lot
gotta
of
wear
money.
some.
What time
He
reference?
comes in at 1 a.m.
if
and
I can
just
pick up
cleans
a
at
chick
the
that
end.
night and still look like this, I'm like, all right, I got game. But if,
got game.
yeah.
What about like the 4 p.m., 5 p.m.
Yeah,
like
that's
after
like
work?
It
You know, you
counts.
walk in
It
after work,
counts.
still in clothes. You
It
know,
counts.
Oh.
It all counts, man.
you getting one of the nurse assistants coming off their shift or something like that.
You gotta
stopping
have
at the
some
bar.
look like
real.
you
You
just
gotta
woke
have
up
a
from a
real
coma.
mouthpiece. You gotta have a real
they
mouthpiece
hadn't
for
shaved
some
you.
shit.
That's what
like
I'm
that.
saying though, because I got a couple uncles that kind of look like Danny Trejo. They're ugly motherfuckers, but they got game, and I trip out. Like they're flirtatious, they're funny, they're good dancers, and they get some of the hottest chicks. And I'm like, how are you doing
It's
it? Like
all
you're
about what you say.
exactly,
You
and
know
that's
what I'm saying?
what
All
I'm
about
trying
what
to
you
get
say.
at. I'm trying to, as a comedian. I said the reason I'm funny because I was an ugly ass kid. I remember like for my 13th birthday, like 3 different aunts gave me the book The Ugly Duckling, and I'm like, bitches, okay, I get it.
Oh, that's
I'm not good looking.
bro. That's
I'm not good looking.
fucked up.
But it made me develop a sense of humor because I was like, I'm not gonna get laid. I'm not
They were
buff.
like, this kid's got no personality.
Right.
Let's fuck with him and
so-
buy him the ugly duckling.
Right, so I had to develop a
and that'll
personality
give
to
him-
get laid though,
Right.
and it worked.
It worked out, dude.
Yeah.
Your aunts thought you were a square, and they were like, "Let's fuck with this kid. Let's put him on the right path."
Right.
But-
Hey, kid, how does it feel to be so ugly?
But it
They
also
used to
goes
tell me
into
that
like what
shit.
I was saying, like some kind of sex appeal because it don't have to be your face.
Right.
Like I'm pretty sure your uncles
Swag.
is like some snazzy ass dressers. Like they not coming out. They ain't coming out in no FUBU. They ain't coming out in no like fucking wrinkled ass shirt like me.
My uncle-
fucking like they ain't coming out in no bullshit. They coming out with some fucking fresh polished shoes. They
It's-
coming out with something that bitches gonna look at like, okay, he ugly as fuck, but he can dress. He
My
can dress.
uncle walks.
Cool.
My uncle. I call my uncle the Mexican Jerome from Martin because he reminds me of Jerome. He walks into any club,
Player
any
from the
bar, and
Himalaya.
the show starts. Like he looks like him. He's got the curly hair, acts like him. Can make anybody laugh. Remember, Jerome nearly had Pam in that one episode. Pam wanted to hook up with him.
She was at it.
And Pam was freaking hot.
Remember, she was at it.
And my uncle, he's a roofer. He's like a Neanderthal caveman. I think he's the funniest dude in the world, man. He reminds me like he's like a Richard Pryor, funny as hell, and he gets all the chicks all the time. And I trip out. I'm like, dude, how does he do it? But it's that swagger and that confidence that he has, man.
Right. Yeah, especially that because, you know, once females see that in you, they're gonna be like, oh, that's what I like to see. And then, you know, then they see otherwise.
The confidence, yeah, no. But even I have a homeboy. When I was in the military, I had a homeboy. He looked like an Abercrombie and Fitch model, but he was like square. Like he would just sit there in the corner with his drink, and I would walk in. I'm a funny dude. When I'm at the bar, I think I'm at my natural place. Like I'm a drunk,
Right.
And I'm funny. I'm singing karaoke. I'm making everybody laugh. And my homie's looking at me like, dude, I wish I had what you had. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you're so funny. You're so charismatic. How do you do that? It's like, 'cause I'm ugly. You're a good looking dude. That's why you don't have that shit. But
Yeah.
again, it
You
makes
don't have to work as hard when you're
Right.
looking.
Look,
And
I
no,
feel you because I used to be short and fat.
There you go.
I went to high school 4'9", nigga.
and you still ugly as fuck. So nigga, that's why you got a mouthpiece. Nigga. End of story. End of story.
giraffe
But no,
looking ass.
no, I'm not gonna lie. Like I know people that's uglier than this guy, and they be getting bitches, and I be like, how do you do it? Because
Right.
I know I look better than you. Like, look at me. Like I'm a nice somebody you could take home to mama with a.
They probably iron their shirts, man. That's probably
Yeah,
why.
no, back then back then it mattered, but you know now that I got a girl and like
Yeah.
3 kids,
You don't
like,
care.
I don't give a
But
fuck.
see,
no more.
also
Like, I ain't looking for pussy.
that also works. I noticed
Not
when you
giving
don't
a fuck
care,
works.
not giving a fuck works a lot too.
Yeah.
That I noticed, and I'm like, damn. Like when I had a homeboy that used to try super hard, never got laid. Had another homeboy, never tried at all, always got play all the time
Because
he
he was confident.
yeah, no, he just didn't care.
He was comfortable, but the
Yeah.
comfort shows the confidence because
Yeah,
you don't
yes, you're
care
right.
what nobody thinks.
Exactly.
Look
No,
at these
know?
rappers and
I
look
mean,
how they
shit,
dress.
I'm gonna be honest. None of that shit
Yeah.
works for me. Like the only fucking bitches that holler at me is fucking the ones that selling ass on Snapchat.
Oh no.
You want to buy my
Buy my
premium?
premium.
Fuck, I want your premium.
I got
bitch.
OnlyFans for you.
$19.95 a month.
No, hey, I hit one with that. Like, yo, no. She said, "Are you trying to buy?" I said, "Well, are you trying to buy?" Well, what do you mean?
Did she ask you what
I
you were
said-
selling?
No, because I asked her. I said, "Well, first you tell me what are you talking about?" Oh, well, I got a premium menu and a fans only. I said, "Well, I got
Me too.
no." I told her straight out. I was like, "Well, I got a fans only," which was a lie, but I also got an account. This is my account for buying. So since you own my account for buying, what are you buying? Well, what do you mean? All right, let me break it down to you. I am a comedian. You buy my time, I will pull up and tell some jokes. What's happening? What are you buying? Are you buying an hour?
I'll
Are you
trade
buying
you
2
some pussy
hours?
for
What's
jokes.
up? Yeah,
That's a fair
I
trade.
can't even
baby.
do that though.
You
I
can't-
mean, that is a fair trade, but
would
I can't
trade
because.
Well, there.
I'll call you. I'll send.
There's
you
a couple
you know what I'm saying? There we
comedians.
go.
There's a couple comedians that have OnlyFans where supposedly they do content on there. but it's females that are like doing comedy like with a bra on or something. And I'm like, all right, but
You basically selling the sexy, but your jokes ain't really that funny.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not buying your
mean-
OnlyFans for the punchline.
I mean, I get
They
the,
wanna
I,
see
I
that
see the
ass.
effort.
And it's not even that good.
I see the effort. Like
Yeah.
everybody trying to tap in because it's hot.
But
Like,
everybody
OnlyFans is
follow
hot right
Ryan.
now.
Follow Ryan on OnlyFans.com. Like if you guys want to hear some jokes, him and his
I
thumb.
have my own website. It's where you can buy sexy pictures and videos of that.
Nipples out. This guy be having nipples
You
out.
can find me on OnlyStans.
SexySerbians.com.
Right.
With his toes out.
Damn.
I'll show you my fingers on OnlyHands.
Only hands. Only hands. Doc.
You know, there's a
This guy.
there's a group for everybody. There's dudes that like feet. Like I have a homie that's into feet. That I was like, why are you into feet?
That's crazy. I should introduce him to some of my homegirls that sell pictures of feet. I got a homegirl that sell her socks.
Hey,
I always thought it was weird, man.
I got feet.
hey.
Right? You could probably make some money, man.
Yes, feet. Come on now, like
You can make some money.
Hey,
Come on, you look like Skeletor in the face.
We had a girl on one of our shows one time. She was a dominatrix, right?
Right.
Yeah, this is gonna get interesting.
Hey, wasn't I there for that night? I
I
think.
think you was here that night when
Yeah.
the dominatrix came, the one that said she be selling her feet.
Yeah.
I mean, not selling her feet, but selling her socks.
And then she said she has a homegirl that
nigga
like
said
getting
selling the
shitted on.
Oh,
But
that's
worn socks,
weird.
worn socks.
Yeah.
Like she has to wear them and put some tennis shoes on, go out and run, sweat, because that's
And
how the
fools
dudes
buy
want to
it.
buy them like
Yeah.
that.
how the
And
fuck they know?
Because they gonna smell it.
fool.
You can smell it.
They might,
You ain't never smelled your girl drawers?
But how? Oh,
No.
yeah, it could be.
Okay, well,
If you buy-
well,
if
if
You are unappreciative, nigga.
Yeah, if you ever done her laundry, if you've ever done your girl laundry, I'm sure you're gonna smell her drawers.
No, but Japan got these vending machines
Where you could buy
where you could buy
drawers,
drawers
yeah.
from like schoolgirls that wear them, and it's a vending.
You just told your age. Who says
yeah.
drawers anymore?
I remember. First time.
No,
What?
bro. No, let me stop you right there.
What?
Pause. He told me it's a vending machine
A vending machine.
that
Yeah.
sells fucking used drawers.
What the
Yeah.
fuck is this?
Like-
Germany?
No,
Man, it's just as freaky.
every country's weird in a way, dog.
it down.
Every country's
That's
weird.
Break it down. Tell me about this vending machine. How much it costs?
I don't know. I
He
never
gonna be there
been, but I
tomorrow.
seen him. I seen him. Like they do that. I know. I saw this documentary on Vice where in Colombia the dudes will fuck donkeys to fucking get. Yeah, man.
That's the shit that scarred me. Like
that's Amish
it was a
country.
female getting fucked by a donkey, bro. Like
No, but
that was the
these-
shit that fucked me up about the internet.
I'm not fucking
Oh,
around.
that
It's on
fucked me
Vice.
up. I seen a
Girl,
lesbian.
It's
I
on
seen a
Vice.
dyke lesbian getting fucked
I
by a
know
horse. That fucked me up. I was like, oh,
Really?
a dyke.
Yeah, I was scarred for
see
life
that.
after that. I was like,
Yeah, that should've
everything
fucked
that
me
my
up.
parents have ever been trying to like
That
keep
shit
me
is
sheltered
nasty.
from, I'm completely exposed to the world now.
And it sucks,
After
right?
seeing that
It's
shit,
because
Yeah.
of YouTube.
I couldn't
You
even
go to
hide it no
YouTube
more.
and you watch the
It starts
reactions.
with
You be like
YouTube.
this.
Mu-
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
You go look at it.
Ah, shit.
I'm telling you,
You-
YouTube is the gateway drug.
You ever
have that footage like live? That's like a
Yeah.
live leak or some.
There's this website called the there's this
YouTube
website
is
called the cartel something where they show like executions. And I got little cousins, but
I heard about that.
But you shouldn't be watching that, man. It fucks you up.
You don't want to see
ASMR,
real
dog.
life people getting killed,
Yeah,
like, and their
dude.
heads chopped off
It's
and shit.
nasty.
Hey,
Hold on. What's
How-
okay? Time out. All right. What's the difference of you not? If you did not know a movie was fake,
I don't like watching that shit either. I don't like Saw or any of that shit.
I watched all that.
Man, damn all that.
The only
become a
movie,
surgeon.
How many of y'all
the
remember
only
Rotten.com?
movie- No, the only
Yeah,
movie that
Yeah, they had the morgue
Hostel.
shots. They used to show the morgue
Hostel, the only
shots.
movie that messed me up. I'm not.
Hostel.
No.
See, back
All the hostels.
back in the days,
They're all bad.
back in the days before the
Oh,
internet,
yeah.
they used to have this thing called Faces of Fear. It was like
Faces
these
of Death.
Faces of Death. Yeah, the VHSs.
Oh, yeah.
You used to rent them, and it used to be. It was the same thing. It was like just
Yeah.
videos of people like shooting themselves or dying, burning alive.
Man,
wild
shit.
shit.
I just saw somebody cause like the whole little TikTok shit. So I'm going on TikTok. They got something where they're showing like people who died on camera.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember the name of this dude, but like he got caught and after he gave everybody out letters and everything. And then like on YouTube, you can go look it up. I can look it up and show y'all afterwards. Like the dude just goes up there. He was like, no, everybody stay back. He had the gun. He told everybody stay back. This is gonna hurt people. And then he just goes boom and shuts himself. So I was like, oh shit,
it's a
because
trip.
it says they did it on live TV. These are like like people who died on live TV. I was like,
that was on the freeway, wasn't it?
I remember the one from the freeway. The guy
That
with
was
the
on the
shotgun
freeway.
blast. He
No.
was protesting.
Yeah.
no,
something.
this was a
Yeah,
law.
he was protesting and killed himself on that.
I remember. This is where
this one
this is where the news.
Like this one was like super old.
Yeah, well,
like,
when I was a kid, at 3:00 cartoons would start, right? Like it would have like Animaniacs, Tiny Toon Adventures, and one time it got interrupted because there was a dude on the freeway that pulled his truck over, lit his truck on fire, put out a sign saying like HMOs don't take care of HIV patients.
I remember that.
Then he popped out a shotgun and blew his brains out, and a bunch of
TV.
kids saw it.
Yeah.
And after that, they were like, "All right, we got to put like a delay on live TV because like a
Right.
bunch of kids were scarred." Like I mean, I remember watching that as a kid. I
They
was like,
put
"What
that
the
on during the kids' hour.
They were like, zoom out, zoom out, zoom
Yeah.
out. But they didn't zoom out in time. And you saw that.
Hey, I was watching that shit
Yeah,
at
remember
the same
that?
time. That was Fox Kids. I remember.
Fox
I
Kids,
come
yeah.
home from school, and that's the shit we would watch on TV. Because all that shit would come on, Power
Yeah,
Rangers
man.
would come on, all that shit,
It was
bro.
it was Animaniacs,
day.
Sneaky Cat.
Oh, that was a Saturday. It was a Saturday.
That's a
No,
Saturday.
it was a
That
weekday. It was a
CW.
weekday. It was a week. I remember it was a weekday. But it might not be Eat the Cat. You're right. Saturday was Eat the Cat. You're right. Fuck, you caught me on that one. Fuck.
But I remember the lineups, bro, because
Yeah.
I was always into all that shit.
Yeah, God.
Tiny
damn.
Toons, Animaniacs.
Animaniacs used to be my shit.
Yeah, mine too.
From
Little
like
nigga
3
used
to
be a
3 to
pervert.
5 or something like that.
Oh, nurse. They wonder why we like
Come to
titties.
Tasmania. Come to Tasmania. The Tasmanian Devil had a TV show. Cartoon. That was a good cartoon too.
Life with Louis.
Yeah.
Life with Louis.
Life with Louis.
Hey, that was my shit.
What do you feed your goldfish? Pizza, chicken. That was funny. Man. What's the next topic?
What are we talking? What's the? Since we've been blazing it early, what's the highest you've ever been?
Oh shit.
I took an edible for the first time.
Yeah.
When I took an edible for the first time.
Same here.
And like I went to sleep, like the homie told me like, oh, my people's made these edibles, and I was just like, oh, okay, I never had an edible before. So they was like, oh, you just get high off of eating, and I'm like, all right, that ain't no problem.
I've done this plenty of times.
I ate the shit, and then like I'm playing 2K, and then I ended up like knocking out. But then when I wake back up, I'm still high, and I was just like, oh, what the fuck? Yo, oh, what the fuck is going on? And I'm just sitting there, like I just started sitting in the, I don't know lie, I really did sit in the fucking corner. And then like his sister came in there and she gave me a burger. She was like, "Are you okay?" She was just like, "Here you go." And I was just like, "I'm still high and I went to sleep already. I'm not. I'm
Like, I feel like I should have came down by now.
Hey, that's a free high right there.
Nah,
Yeah, she
because
brought
like
you a
He didn't want to
burger.
be. He didn't want to be high no more. Is
no,
the
because
problem.
look,
Yeah,
if you
he
think
wanted
about
to
it,
get
if you
back down.
smoke the whole entire time and then like you fall asleep and you wake up, you normal and shit like that. If you wake up high, you gonna be like, "Yo, I'm stuck." Because everybody used to tell me, I was like, "Oh, you can get stuck in some shit," and I was like, "No, that's psychedelics, motherfucker."
Yeah,
After
so
I
I'm
found
like-
this shit out, I was like, "Nah."
You got me
It's like-
fucked up. I'm jumping up like, hell yeah, where the sticks at? I'm jumping on these video games. Gonna play
It's like
Grand Theft
alcohol. When you
Auto,
pass out, you
Black Ops.
go drunk. You wake up, you're like kind of good. But
Yeah.
I
That's
woke up high from edibles. It happens all the time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that's a byproduct of it.
man.
The highest I've ever been was the first time I've ever had presidential kush. It was like some George Bush. I've been looking for this shit ever since. Like, it make no sense. It was a night I went to the club with my homeboy Buff Ass Dave. Shout out to what was it Muscle and Flow, my nigga shit. And you know, we end up at the club and I run into my homeboy RJ and them. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going back home with my neighbor. Coincidentally, he was my neighbor like 2 doors over. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm riding home with the homie. So we go back and we end up around the corner by the park and it's late as fuck, like 2-3 in the morning. And these fools was like, yeah, nigga, we got some weed from Snoop. Oh, shit. Y'all
nice.
bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
whatever. Y'all some small time niggas like me. Whatever, nigga. Weed is weed, nigga. Roll it. Let's smoke it. Bro, I got halfway through the blunt. It's 3 dudes. We hotboxing in an Impala. I get halfway through the blunt, and I promise you, like, I'm sitting in the middle in the back seat, and like I just see myself just like in a rocket. Like I'm like my body is a rocket, and I just blast off into space, and then I'm like, fuck it, let's go into another galaxy and shit.
shit wasn't crack food.
Bro, I don't know what the fuck, bro. I was
Niggas was out there like
I was
Smokey.
staring I was staring
Angel
straight like
dust,
this, like
fool.
right here, like,
He was smoking with Hector.
yeah, with that smoke he had, but that shit had me locked down. Man, these niggas had to tap me like, yo, and I came back like, what's up? And I'm looking at the dude like trying to hand me the homie trying to hand me the blunt. I'm like, oh fuck, it's on me. And we still had another blunt after that. We had 2 blunts, 2 fat ass blunts. Like, bro, I don't know how I made it home that night.
God damn.
That's all I remember. Like, I remember just going into another galaxy, seeing all these moons,
Nigga
planets.
said, beam me up, Scotty.
Bro, shit, like I seen like purples that was like complimentary
car. You
to
saw
like
Barney, huh?
oranges and shit.
You saw Barney.
No, I was in like I
nigga
can't
like,
explain it. I was in the
all
galaxy.
that colors right here.
I've been there.
You left the planet. Damn.
Yeah, bro, I wasn't here.
I've been. One of the craziest times was on 1,000 milligram edible.
Damn.
And it was a
He
bad
said 1,000
idea.
milligrams.
It was the brownie of death. Whatever. It was a bad idea.
You ate the whole thing?
Because I was going on a long ass flight. So I'm like, I can't sleep in planes. I hate fucking sleeping sitting up. I'm like, the weed will knock me out.
Right.
So I had a connecting flight. I had to go from LA to DC. I'm on the flight, and there's this guy who's sitting next to me. He's in an argument with this girl on the phone, and he's like, I'll get off this plane right now. And I'm like, this motherfucker, like, I'm starting to feel it. I'm like, just like trying. I'm like, I should tell this guy something, but I'm high. I'm like, I don't want him to get off the plane. Then I'm gonna miss my flight. I can't have this shit on the runway. Fuck this motherfucker. So I tell him something like, hey man, you might want to put your phone away while you know, because you're not supposed to talk on your phone on the plane. He's like, what the fuck you say to me? So this is already starting bad. I'm getting high as fuck, and I'm in a confrontation with the guy who looks like he's just out of the military. And I'm super stoned. I'm getting more and more stoned. And he's dogging me for 4 hours. So the first 4 hours of the flight to DC was just fucking miserable.
So he didn't get off the plane.
It was like a staring contest. And then I got off the plane and transferred. Thank God I got the fuck out that bitch. Like as soon as the thing went bing, like for you to get up and get your luggage, I had my luggage. I just sprinted to the front of the plane. Right. I got away from this guy, but I think like he really wanted to get the fuck off the plane through the emergency exit on the tarmac, like. And just fuck everyone's shit up. So
did it play through your head? Like
it
while
did.
you were sitting there high,
I'm like, this guy's gonna kill me and shit. Like I can't go to sleep now. This is fucking up my whole high. But then I got on the next flight. It was great. The next flight I got beers. I got stoned. I mean, I stayed high pretty much for the rest of my flight. Yeah, so it was good. That motherfucker almost ruined my high and my flight. But it sucks being high and being in some kind of like standoff.
Right.
I'm like, this guy's like, I'll fuck you up. I'm like,
Mexican standoff.
It was but with one seat between us. It was one of those. It was like he's on the window, I'm here, and I'm like, fuck this motherfucker, dog. I spent $20 on that brownie. It's supposed to get me high. You ruined my fucking day.
I'm trying to enjoy my high.
Right, and then his flight and shit, and gonna knock out. But what a punk, what a buster. But he didn't ruin my high.
My turn.
Yeah, what's the highest you've ever been?
To be honest, I started smoking and like taking edibles at like 35. I never really like took any of that shit because I always thought the 49ers were gonna call me to play running back one day, so I tried to stay. I was like, ready. I gotta stay clean because the Niners might come. But I was an alcoholic. I like drinking a lot. I'm an alcoholic, and so like when I got out of the military, I had a bad back. I broke my foot, and my cousin kept on telling me like, "Hey, you should smoke weed. You should smoke weed for your back." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm not. I'm good at it." The reason I got out was because my mother got diagnosed with Alzheimer's and dementia, and for a while she was very violent. Right. So I decided to buy some edibles because I'm like, you know what, this medicine ain't doing shit. If I give her an edible, it'll calm her down. Mm-hmm. But before I gave it her, I was like, let me try it to know because she's a lot smaller than me. So like, let me try it and see how it works. So this one day, I bought a chocolate bar. I didn't know how strong they were, so I broke like a square off, and I ate it, and I said, all right, I'm gonna do some yard work, because fuck it, like if I do yard work, I can still be high and whatever. I drink and do yard work, so it ain't gonna be shit. Well, I get a call from Second City, you know where they do improv, like for like SNL, because I've been trying to get in there, and they called me, and they told me, hey man, we have this show tonight for the military vets. If you want to come down, you could audition for it. So I was like, oh shit, hells yeah. I got in the shower. I forgot I took the edible. I got in the shower, started taking a shower, got in my car. I started driving down the 60 freeway. When I'm on the 60 freeway, I feel my foot getting super heavy, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I forgot I took the edible. So, like, I'm like freaking the fuck out once I realized that shit by, like, Montebello. And I'm like, oh, shit, this fucking shit is kicking in. I'm freaking the fuck out. So, like a dumbass, I pull over at Union Station because I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to park the car here. I'm gonna take the train to Hollywood, and I'll just continue my journey there. I was like driving over the freaking sidewalk, like burn. I parked all crooked. I parked in there.
Was it your first time getting high?
Yeah, kind of like the first time getting high. It was an edible.
That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
That is.
So I go down to the train, and I'm like sweating bullets, and I see one of those fucking MTA security guards, and I'm thinking, oh fuck, the fucker's gonna book me, guy. If he's gonna arrest me, I'm sweating bullets.
Riding on the train while high.
I get on the train to
5
Long
years.
Beach. I get on the train to Long Beach, and it wasn't until I got like closer to Long Beach that I'm like, fuck, I'm on the wrong train. I got off it. I got off it. I still head to Hollywood. And so I called my homeboy because I was going to the LA film school at the time, and my homeboy Keon, some like white boy that loves smoking weed
With the sick ass name.
Yeah,
too.
Keon. I call that fool and I'm like, hey, bro, I'm fucking high as hell. I gotta go to this audition. What do I do? Like,
That's the guy you call whenever
Right.
you need weed advice.
Well,
call Keon. Like,
and I told him when it comes
don't
to
call
you,
Billy.
Keon.
Right.
Thank you, Keon.
when it comes
Billy.
when it comes to alcohol or anything, I'll just throw some water in my face and I'm ready to go. Like I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm ready. Let's do it. But he just told me, nah, weed doesn't work that way, bro. You just have to write it out. So I finally go upstairs and I still make it to the fucking audition where they're doing improv tricks. And like I'm sweating bullets there, and like this girl sees me and she's all like, hey man, you okay? And I was like, yeah, why? What's wrong? What are you trying to say? He's like, nah, yeah, are you high? And I was like, yeah, man, I took an edible. She's like, oh, don't worry, I got you. She went, she got me some water, a granola bar, really nice chick.
Wow.
And then I still try to do some of the improv jokes, but I must have looked like a hype because these fools were like looking at me like, this motherfucker's high as hell. Like I was like trying to be funny. I was like, hey, you ever? And I was just trying to do like stupid shit. Like I'm
doing
a
the
tree.
robot.
I'm a tree. Like yeah. And, like after that, I was like, fuck, never again with the edible. Well, that was my first time though.
That's dope. That's dope.
What about you, Cam?
Man, I get high a lot, so I can't really just pinpoint one. But I'm gonna tell you about a particular story. I was with my boy Solo one night. We was out in like Long Beach. We was smoking with one of my homies. Always had trees, right? So we smoking, playing dominoes and all that, to the point to where, you know, I start dozing off because I'm that high. You know, in a hot box, he got all the windows closed, and we just smoking back to back blunts.
Right.
So next thing I know, Solo looking like he see me dozing off. He like, come on, man. Come on, what time we going home? I'm like, come on, we can go right now. So like I wake up, try to shake it off real quick, go get in the car, I jump in the driver's seat, and I tell him like, yeah, man, just give me a minute. I just got to close my eyes real quick. He looking like, man, what the fuck, man? What the, like, so I low key like legit fell asleep right there in the driver's seat, but we still parked. Like we haven't went nowhere.
Damn.
So I checked the time, you know, right before I dozed off. It was probably like, I don't know, damn near midnight, some shit like that. I went to sleep for about 30 minutes, you know, and he was getting mad by it because I could tell the whole time I was asleep, you know, the shit's shaking. So he probably like shaking his leg in the car, like, man, anxious. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? He's like, man, just let me drive. I'm like, but you ain't got no license. I'm high. So I'm just like, man, I'm not about to let you fuck my shit up.
Right.
You know, he's just like, come on, man, no. And I finally just gave in. I let him drive home because I knew we was just gonna be sitting there for hours.
Take the train like I did. Take the train to Long Beach, man, like I did.
Hey, nah. There was a time. Look, I'm a rat on Cam. Okay. It was something that I had. I'm not gonna explain what it was at the time, but I had a little something, and I came over to Cam's house, and I'm like, bro, I'm lit. He was like, nah, man, I want let me try that too. I ain't never had some.
Nah, I went to your house.
Oh, you came to my house, so he know what I'm talking about.
I know what story
You
about
little
it.
B.
know exactly what
you
you're talking
little
about.
B. Man, I'm telling you, what it was like an hour or two later, I get a call like, bro. I don't even think it was from you. I think it was one of the homies was like, hey, man, Cam fucked up. Whatever you gave him, Cam fucked up. And then I get on the phone with Cam. He's like, yeah, I'm pretty high right now.
That was my first experience with mushrooms.
Okay.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
That'll do it to you.
And then the homie B,
I thought we was
B
talking
was like,
about
hey, bro, I don't want you. He said, I don't think you should go outside right now. I was like, why? He said, man, because the skies are changing colors. I was like, nigga, you tripping.
Nah. What I remember my exact words because I remember that whole experience, right? Just by taking it back, I could tell. Look, bro, the trees was moving. Like I can see the trees growing.
Damn.
In that instant, like just swaying back and forth, wind blowing, like you feel so at peace with yourself. But you know, I was high. I was definitely high, but not on that weed high to where it's like, all right, I don't know how to conduct myself. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
That night I was slumped, but the day he talking about, yeah, I was pretty faded because I don't never call and tell people I'm seeing shit or nothing like that.
Yeah,
it don't never
shrooms
get
will
to
make
that
you do
extent.
that.
I've got
You're
it.
like, I am so fucking.
See,
You want to share it with everybody.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying.
It feels so good.
I got two cousins who are like weed heads since they were like kids, and I started smoking with them, but I can't hang with them. And like I know my alcohol tolerance is pretty high, but weed is different. Where they try to with a blunt, I'll be like I'll think I shit myself, you know? Like I'm like, oh shit, like what the fuck? But again, it's because I'm new to it. But I kind of like it that I'm barely discovering it at 30. At 38, I'm 38 now, but I'm barely kind of getting into weed a little bit, and I don't know, I'm enjoying it now. Whereas I'm glad I found that at a later age. I don't know.
Man,
you know?
look, bro, I'm gonna tell you, I go to dispensaries and things like that sometimes, and it's legit senior citizens that's in there in line with me that's purchasing things, and we have great conversations. You know, and it's all about the products in the shop or things like that. You know,
But you know what?
They got a veterans discount at a lot of
Yeah.
these shops, Luis.
I know.
age don't got nothing to do with it.
Well, no. I know,
I'll
but
get you in the spot.
the thing is that like I said, I've always been an alky, and I noticed with weed, the older you get, the less shit brings you joy, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Like when I was a kid, like, you know, food was all right. Food is food. But the older you get, I'm like, just let me eat so I can get back to work.
Right.
Music, all right. I like music when I'm drunk. I like music, but when you're high, music is way more fun. And I'm glad
Everything's better when you're high.
Right. And I'm barely discovering that. So I'm like, I'm kind of glad I found it later, because I think if I would have found it at a young age, I would have burned that part of my brain out, where I'm like, oh, I need to be high to enjoy this. No, I still enjoyed it at a young age, but now that I'm older, it brings that.
It enhances it.
It makes it more fun again, yeah.
How many? Because I know I've heard like a lot of females saying like smoking weed gets them horny, and that's why they don't generally smoke. I don't know why. I
Makes it
don't
feel
like.
better.
Yeah,
I guess, but I don't like to
does make
smoke
sex
until
feel better.
afterwards, because after beating down the gooch, it's like that first blunt afterwards, after beating it down, it's like, I
really
feel like I
relaxes
did a
you.
good job right
See?
there. Like, see, I did that.
But I think
you know.
it makes your body
This
feel
little
better,
guy
man. I don't
did
know.
that.
I started fucking high,
Smoking while
and
fucking is
fucking
bomb,
high.
too.
Yeah, fucking high is way more
Passing the
fun.
blunt
You
back
think
and
so?
forth.
It makes everything more exciting. Like I said, it makes music better. It makes fucking better. It does.
I'd rather take 2 shots before jumping in it, because then, like, you know, that's
also good.
Yeah, because
that's-
when I'm faded off of liquor, that's when I'm hanging for like at least 2 hours. Like, I'm like, I
Take 2
cannot-
shots in the blunt then.
Shit. No, because
The blood's
smoking
for
weed,
the
I get
recovery.
tired. No, yeah, because I get tired. Like, I get lazy, bro. Like, I'm
Hey,
like,
that's
all
the
right.
indica.
that's
You got
the
to smoke
indica, yeah.
it.
I've been in this for like 15 minutes. Like, I know you got yours 3 times. Let me just go on there, wrap this up so we can go watch
You got
video games or something.
I got a Viagra story, dog.
Oh,
okay. So a while back, I was cleaning out my mom got diagnosed with Alzheimer's. So like my mom's kind of like a kid, and I moved back home to take care of my mom and help out my dad. So
Right.
I was cleaning out their bedroom. Like I was just throwing out shit, you know, cleaning it out, and I found my dad's Viagra. And I was like, I never took one of these motherfuckers. Let me see what these fuckers do. So I took it. My girl came over, and like, motherfucker works. Like, it works like magic. It works like, I was like, holy fucking shit.
I'm a
Like,
believer
I didn't
now.
even bust a nut. I was like, but I was still fucking hard. Well, me and my girl fell asleep around
You
2.
got any more of those?
2 in the morning. Well, my dad has them. 2 in the morning, my mom starts having a seizure. And so we call the ambulance, and I put on my basketball. My dad's like, Luis, your mom's having a seizure. Ambulance comes to the house. I put on my basketball shorts. I run into my dad's bedroom. I tell the ambulance guys, like, hey man, she's a diabetic. She's this and that. I start barking orders. These guys are looking at me like doing the fucking thing, and I'm standing there with a fucking heart on. My girl's all like, hey stupid, look down. I was like, oh shit. So these paramedics and firemen thought I was getting hard watching my mom like nearly die. So I'm like tripping the fuck out. So like after that, I was like,
That's so fucked up.
No, you're like, officer, I'm turned on by a man in uniform.
but it was funny, man. I didn't notice because my dad knocks. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go like help out my dad and my
Right,
mom,
you
you know.
ain't
But
thinking about it.
I'm standing there and my girlfriend's just busting. Man. But Viagra though, that shit does work.
Shoveling some shit out.
They thought they were coming for you. Like, this guy's boner's been... It's
been
more
4
than
hours.
4 hours.
It was more than 4 hours, dog. It was more
Said
than
8
4
hours.
hours,
Hey,
dog.
I seen a
They were
TikTok.
going to defibrillate your balls. That's what they were warming up
I
for.
seen a TikTok once where this dude gave his girl gave a whole one, and they was going to see her mom, and this bitch was on it. I was
Wait,
like,
you gave a girl Viagra?
Yeah.
I heard it works too. Yeah, both ways.
yeah, yeah, it works for one. Hey, it get the girl going,
That's a good
bro.
split one, you know, that way.
Oh no,
Really?
Well,
Yeah. Hey,
Maybe
I'm
I'll
gonna try.
feed
Look.
nobody.
We gonna come back in like a month. Okay?
That's an experiment. Yeah.
I'm gonna get one off the streets. I'm gonna give my girl half of one.
I
to
think
see.
I'm gonna get one off the streets. I don't trust that.
Yeah.
Fentanyl.
I'm not gonna sign up for the free.
that shit gonna have fentanyl in it.
Well, why you ain't
It's gonna have
If you
fentanyl.
gonna
in
take
it.
the,
Don't
if
do
you
that
gonna
shit.
do it, just sign up.
Your
Fuck
dick,
all that.
half your
Hey,
dick's gonna be
I
hard.
don't
the
want
other
it on
half's
my
gonna be
record.
Just
No,
hanging.
but I mean,
Yeah,
I just want to see
droopy.
because I just want to see.
All right, look, y'all. This has been real great. It's been a great freaking time. Let's go around the room again. Everybody do their jobs. Anything you want to push, anything you want to promote, let everybody know right now.
All right, so let me start it off. Again, we have another show coming up. Thanks again to my boy Ryan Comedian. This motherfucker work miracles. Like shit, he is the man in comedy. But yeah, because of this guy, we collectively we got a show in Downey on this Friday coming up. I'm gonna be live. I'm coming to kill shit. Like I'm a part of a hit squad. I'm starting my own comedy hit squad, so we coming to lay shit down. Disregard what y'all heard from this nigga's mouth. This nigga is my writer. You know what I'm saying? He just ain't normally. He's just a dark nigga in the background. He's a writer. He don't stand up in the front because he don't stand up in the forefront because this nigga can't grow chin hair. So if you can't grow the beard, we can't trust you. Anywho, you can follow me or Google me. Anything you can catch up with me. Foolish D with a PH and an underscore in the middle, baby. Yeah.
Hey, anyways, like I said today, my name DJ. Fuck this earthworm gym ass nigga. But this my boy right here. Hey, follow him for real. Hey, I'll be good at all his stand ups. Hey, everything's funny. Everything's funny. We got stuff for everybody. I guarantee you it's gonna be lit for you every time. All right, pass it on to my boys.
Yeah, Ryan _ comedian on Instagram. Ryan Radusinovic in the streets. Ryan radish spinach dip in the sheets.
That's radish spinach dip.
Because I spread love. But I'll be in Arizona on May 30th with Jesus Sepulveda at the Revelry in Mesa. And I'll be in Downey with Derek on Friday for the Downey Comedy Jam. I'll be hosting that. So come check us out. We're in Downey every other Friday at 8 p.m. Yeah,
Killing it.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, this is Luis Noriega, the Boyle High Psychopath. Follow me on NoriegaComedy.com. I'm going to be doing a show tonight. I don't know when this is going to come out, but me and Ryan are doing a show tonight in Fontana. So come out. It's going to be a fun-ass show. I do stand-up all over. I really don't know. I just book it when I book it. If I'm on there, I'm on there. I'll probably be at Ryan's show. I like Ryan's show because he puts on a great show. But, NoriegaComedy.com. Follow me on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. All right, y'all know me. I'm Coolazzcam. Y'all can follow me at Coolazzcam. COOLAZZCAM. Follow Innovative Culture at innovative.culture. While you at it, follow the FMAD Podcast at the FMAD Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. You tap into everything dropping. We got a lot more content in store for you. A lot of stuff on the way. So make sure y'all tune in and be ready. Peace.
Gee.
Innovative.